As the Biden administration is beginning to deport thousands of migrants, is Congress considering any action on immigration reform? Joining us now, Republican ranking member of Foreign Affairs Committee, Representative McCaul of Texas. Congressman, good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kara.
So the Biden administration is actually relying on Title 42. We've been talking a lot about this week. The Trump administration's pandemic policy to deny migrants the opportunity to claim asylum. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's a public health issue that we, under Title 42, to deport if people have COVID. They're not even being tested. By the way, we do have asylum laws based on fear of persecution, based on race and religion. If they qualify, they can make a claim for that. But, just for economic reasons is not, under current law, justifiable. Most of these Haitians actually came from Brazil and other Latin American countries where they can't really demonstrate a fear of persecution. But let's get back to the root. What's happening at the border? The Minister of Foreign Affairs warned about these Haitians in June to Secretary Mayorkas that they were coming up. We have a secretary that got caught off mic saying that this is unsustainable and a loser. When they eviscerated or rescinded the migrant protection protocols that now the Supreme Court has held have to be reinstated, when they rescinded those protocols and asylum agreements, that had a direct cause and effect on this migration surge. And that's not my opinion. That is every Border Patrol agent I talked to down on the border where this is happening said that is a direct cause and effect. I hope this administration will put those protocols back in place, those asylum agreements, and that will put an end to this border crisis that we have.
So you are supporting the fact the administration is using Title 42 in this case, but there are a number of critics, including an immigration lawyer that we talked to at the ACLU, that's calling this absolutely inhumane, that Haiti is a dangerous place to return to. It's reeling from a devastating earthquake and political instability in the wake of the president's assassination. So do you think that they really should be flown back to Haiti at this moment?
I think in this case, the administration is making the right call. I think the question is why? What is attracting this, and why is this phenomena happening at the border? Why is it so out of control? We've incentivized the traffickers because they know once you set foot in the United States, you can stay, which under the previous administration would not happen. That changed everything. And that's when they started making billions of dollars off these children. And now, in this case, these Haitians. We need order down there, and we have nothing. It's total chaos. And all the border mayors I talked to, I was just talking to Henry Cuellar, my Democrat friend from Texas, Laredo. This we have to get control of this border. And this is a symptom of a bigger problem. And it all started by reversing the policies that were working under the prior administration.
Well, I have to ask you about the fact that officials are investigating these images that we've seen over the past couple of days of Border Patrol agents chasing down migrants on horseback. First question, can you confirm that those are actually whips in their hands that they are using to push back the migrants?
I've been told that it's the reins on the horses. So obviously this should be investigated and taken a look at. But I would, a caution to rush to judgment here. I think they have the reins on the horses. We need to investigate this. But just to give a little support for the men and women down there on the border, they've been demoralized in the last 8 months, and they're overwhelmed. And now they're being detracted from doing their job now to deal with the Haitians now in Del Rio. They have to deal with the children that are being thrown into the water in the Rio Grande to save them, while a diverted load of drugs is dropped off somewhere else on the border. This is really a public safety issue, and I think it should be looked at and investigated. But I've never seen the Border Patrol more demoralized in my professional career.
Well, as we continue to following what's happening there on the border, we also want to talk about, obviously, another topic in Texas, this controversial abortion ban that allows ordinary citizens to sue anyone who helps a woman to get an abortion beyond 6 weeks. We now have the first lawsuits against a San Antonio doctor, one of them filed by a convicted felon in Arkansas. Congressman, what do you think about the way this law is being enforced right now?
Well, I'm Catholic. I'm pro-life. I'm against abortion. I'm also an attorney, and there's legal precedent on this. I know that this is, this whole, I think not only Texas, but Mississippi and Alabama, these cases will go up to the Supreme Court, and they will have the final say, on these laws.
Do you agree with deputizing private citizens to do things like that?
Yeah, look, I'm not in the state legislature. I'm in the United States Congress. I will be voting against a measure this week that basically would allow for abortions up until the time of birth. I consider that to be very immoral.
Congressman Mike McCaul, Republican from Texas, thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Kara.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.